Stream Elements. Bill 1949T is now live. Streaming DCS World, My Flight Simming, DCS. Synesthetic. Hi there.
Hi, Synesthetic. Oh, that was quick, mate. You are on the ball there. Now, I'm got to ask, what is my voice coming through like? I've got a fan running in the background, and I don't know if that is destroying my voice. What does it sound like? Is the fan blowing me away, as it were?
Synesthetic. I can hear the fan, but it's not affecting your voice.
In that case, I'll leave it on and see how it goes, because it's obviously pretty warm. Well, I say obviously. I think, are you UK? Oh, I'm terrible at remembering this stuff. Are you UK, Synesthetic?
Synesthetic. Argentina. It's winter here.
Oh, I get so many of these wrong. Okay, hello, Synesthetic. Hello, Argentina. It's winter there. Well, I'm in a part of England that's been having 35 degrees today, all day pretty much. So it's pretty warm where we are, and it's not something we're used to. So as we're not used to it, we affected by it a bit more. I like the heat. I love it actually, but what I'm not so keen on is that in UK the heat is a humid heat. It's not like if we go to France. It's more of a dry heat. I don't know what you get over there. I suspect you might get a humid heat, but anyway, in France it's a dry heat. It's lovely. Here it's a humid heat, and you end up clammy. It's less fun. I'm saying 35, that's obviously 35 degrees C. I don't know what that is going to be in if you work in Fahrenheit. I don't know.
Synesthetic. That's a normal summer where I live. Average 35 C.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, where we are, our average would be closer to 10 degrees below that. Sort of 25, sometimes popping up to 28 or 30, although recently it has been more so. In recent years it has been higher than that, but in the past you could say probably somewhere between 28 and 30 something, but not usually up in the mid 30s like we have at the moment. Okay, let's get the track IR running, and we'll get armed, go for a flight. I don't know if you remember from last week, but I was saying that I've also got my setup now so that you can hear when I give a command to voice attack. So if I say what seems to be a bit of a random word, it's because I'm talking to voice attack on my push to listen button. So let's give that a try now and see if it's going to behave itself. Bullets.
Silistic. Copy.
And it worked. I said bullets. That was my order for this, and it's brought up the rearm menu. Swap to standard RAF, so you'll see those colours become lighter. Hang on, I've already done it without saying it. RAF standard. I can't remember what. I think it defaults to that. So if I change it back again, yeah, you see it goes lighter. So that's RAF standard, and what I didn't do was ask for ammo. Okay, so let's do that.
Request rearming. Copy.
Okay, so I'll get sorted. Brake on. Prop pitch fully fine. Push my throttle forward to hit the switch to turn on my gear light. I'll put some panel lights on.
Rearming complete.
Open the covers for the booster and starter. Put on my magnetos. Put on my fuel pump and open the fuel cock. Now I can prime and start. Crack the throttle and push me buttons. I'll put my radio on. I don't know, is anyone around? I'm not seeing anyone else. I'll try for a radio check. There might be someone there. It might have skidded off the list. I'll give it a try. There's probably no one there. 49 radio check. In fact, I didn't bring up my radio, so I'll do that. I'll use my radio command for voice attack. Radio. I don't think I said it loud. I'll try again. Radio. Okay, so put up that menu. And I'll get my frame rate up here, top left as well. Frames. There's my frame rate now showing. Not very good just then. Got it dropped down to 16, 17. I wonder if it's because there's been an update. Sometimes it do an update and it's not as efficient. It becomes less efficient, although it might have more features and it might have got rid of some bugs. It's less efficient on the frame rate. Okay, I'll move.
You have SRS in the server.
We use the aircraft radio. I don't know much about SRS, but we don't use it to my knowledge.
Okay.
But we can check that with Laxor at some point, or if you want to visit Laxor's stream and go directly and ask him yourself, that's just as good. Laxor, if you haven't been to Laxor's Twitch stream, he's I don't know if he's there yet, but he is Laxor Borisilicase, but you'll get him on just Laxor, which is LAXXOR.
I'll check him.
Yeah, check him out, yeah. Because we both stream, and when we speak, what we say comes out on each of our streams. Unless we speak specifically to our stream. Like, at the moment, I'm only speaking to you. I'm only speaking to my stream with this button that I'm pressing now. But if I use a different button, the one at the front there, then I'll be talking on radio, and then Laxor, etc. will hear me, and the people on his stream should also hear me. Gotta be careful. At the end of this taxiway, there's often bomb craters, and if you hit them, it can affect your gear. Sometimes they're not very visible until you get fairly close to it. I think we're clear. Yeah, not seeing any craters. I'm going to proceed to the other. Laxor's just joined the server, as you'll see on the top left hand side of my screen. Oh, and I see you've connected, that's good. So we usually speak on radio, like I'm on button A, channel A, which is 124 megahertz. That's the usual, our usual general frequency. So if you're in an A10, like switch to 124 to speak to us generally, or if we needed to speak for a long time individually, we could toddle off to a different channel so we're not treading on everybody. On. I think I might go through a couple of drinks tonight. That one's going down fairly quickly. Okay, I haven't set my trims, so I'll do that. And my altimeter. Speaking, you might also hear the chug 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 of my engine because I'm sitting on a sim shaker seat, so I've got 6 transducers kicking my butt, as it were. You might well hear them. Obviously you'll only hear them when I'm transmitting because it's like an air transmit from the butt kicker to the mic. Okay, we're good I think. Make sure there's no one about to take off from the other end that I haven't noted. Okay, we're good, but I will announce. Although I thought Max had spawned in. I was connected, but he hasn't actually spawned in yet. So it looks like I'm the only one. I'm the only player in the server at the moment. Actually spawned in the server, I mean. So I'm good to take off. Another little beauty of the sim shaker is the fact that when I bring my gear up, I don't really even have to look at my indicator because I can feel it coming. I feel the two legs come up. Just finalising some trim. That's good enough. Pull back the cockpit, pull back the throttle. I don't know if you're still on my streams in a studio, but I see you're in a spit. Nice one. I don't know if you have the Echo 19 Spitfire sound, but it is, I believe, a lot better than the DCS Spitfire sound. It's lovely, and I think you might have to buy it, but I also think that the one you buy might be a version that's not as good as the one that I have. If you decide you want to try it, you'll have to let me know. I will somehow get a folder to you, perhaps on Discord, and then you can load it up so that you're flying with the Spitfire sound that I have, which is incredible. If you haven't already got it. Well, hello.
Sinister Sim. Okay. I'm not using it.
You're not using it. Would you like to? Because I can think about how we can get together on Discord, perhaps, and I can give you the folder. It's basically dropping a folder, downloading a folder which I can drop to you, and copying that folder into a particular other folder in DCS, and that's basically all you have to do. So you have to remember that when you do an update in DCS, you will have to keep that folder that I give you if we do this, because when you get an update for DCS, you need to get rid of the old folder that's currently sitting there that you've been using and drop the same folder back in to replace it, because updates do things in that folder which prevent it from working. One of the key differences in sound, I think, is like when I open the canopy. If I close the canopy for now, it sounds fine still. It's an engine inside a canopy. But if I then open it, you'll hear a difference in sound, which I think is lovely. I can hear that, but it's more of the, you get more of the air and the prop wash. Now in DCS Spitfire sound you get the wind rush going past, but in this you get that, and you get the like almost phasing effect of the prop. Close it and let you hear that difference again. Right, now I'll open it. And the other thing I've noticed is that when you come into land, as you get close to the runway, the volume of the aircraft engine picks up a little bit, because you'll get reflected sound off runway into your aircraft. So, and that's a nice little feature. That's nice. It doesn't always happen. It's not ever so noticeable, but it's there. And when you notice it, it's nice. So at the moment, I will hear your Spit with my Spitfire sound, but you will only hear my Spit with the DCS Spitfire sound, unless you go for the Echo 19 version. And if you do want to do that, let me know at some point, and when we're on the ground, when we're both on the ground and have the option to fiddle, we'll meet up on Discord or something, and I'll drop you a folder, because I've got a feeling what they did was they started charging for it, which is fine, because to be honest, I bought it again, and I'm quite happy to do that, because it's well worth it. It's a good little sound, so I think it's worth the money. It's only about, in UK, about £3, so what, a couple of bucks I'm guessing for you. It's well worth it, but as I say, I think when they changed it, so to the point you had to pay for it to get it from them, I think it also changed something. It's like, I don't know if they uploaded perhaps an earlier version, I don't know. By the way, synesthetic, don't forget, the parking bay you're in at the moment won't allow you to get armed. You'll have to move across to your right by about, well, move to the end, like it's in 4 sections of concrete. Move to the right to the end section of concrete on that set, and then you'll be able to get armed. If you're not aware of that already, you could end up going up and having no bullets.
Roger. the king.
Okay, well, I can give you some pointers if you like. One thing to remember is, for when you do have it started, make sure your brake is on, because otherwise she will pull forward. So your procedure really for that is going to be brake on, set your prop pitch fully fine, fully forward. Put your magnetos on. Put your fuel pump on and your open the fuel cock.
Solicitor. Yes. I'm trying to find the brake.
Oh, okay. Well, visually, it's that lever at the top of the stick. Your fingers would reach out and grab that lever and squeeze it like a bike lever. See, I've got mine set to a slider, which is easy.
Yes, I have it to one of my pedals.
Ah, okay. You're using one of the brake pedals as your lever at the top of the stick. Yep, that's fine. Well, make sure you've got that down. Make sure you've got that pedal forward all the time before you start your engine, because otherwise you will get pulled forward as the engine starts. So also make sure your prop pitch is fully fine. So fully fine, fully forward. Also, if you want to put your radio on, and if you've got a mic, I mean, we might have to set you up in that sense. You've got to set up a push to talk button. How far have you got, synesthesia? So I didn't see your prop turning, but it might just be that I missed it. And if you had to think about starting it, that suggests that you haven't had much experience in this bit. You might want some information about how to take off, and I can get help with that. Hello Ghetto, nice to see you, sir. We have synesthetic in a bit.
I'm fixing something in my track IR.
Ah, okay. Well, good luck with that, mate.
Ghetto games. Amazing.
Or wouldn't it be lovely to get a whole real big bunch of Spitfires up in one row? That'd be lovely. Synesthetic has kind of forgotten a bit on how to start this bit, so I'm not sure how much experience he's got. I might want to give him some, hopefully help him with some pointers for takeoff as well.
I will restart DCS.
Yeah, copy synesthetic.
I have some experience with the Spitfire.
Got experience with this bit. Oh, okay. Are you a for takeoff then, synesthetic, or do you want? Oh, it's just a time gap then. Okay. Well, I can give you some reminders if that helps for takeoff.
I guess we'll see.
Yeah, okay.
Ghettos Edwards. Who is your number one guy for the split?
Oh, that's very kind of you, Ghetto. Thank you.
Winking smiling.
I think it's not really that I'm number one. It's just that I'm the one who flies it most in this server because I just love flying this bit.
I literally got the split because of Bill.
That's good. If I've influenced in someone in that way, I'm very happy with that. And then later, synesthetic, we might want to consider the Echo 19 sound. Ghetto uses the Echo 19 sound, and he likes it as much as I do. By the way, Ghetto, don't forget we would have had an update, so I hope you replaced your Echo 19 folder.
Check.
Yeah, copy, that's all. Receive me.
Receiving.
Well, I'm glad I've got a few ciders in the fridge because I think I'm going to need them tonight. It's nice and warm. I've got people to talk to, so I'm going to dry my throat up. And I'll be drinking it anyway, without the talking, I think, because it's warm. I think I'm going to go and hopefully beat up the artillery over on the southwest.
Okay.
Good enough. Did I get them all in one run? Almost. Well, I think I hit them all badly, but two of them are still available but steaming. One left. That was a good run. All those artillery units are now neutralised. That's a good run. I got them all except two on the one initial strafe. The two that were left were smoky, stroke steamy, so I've just finished them off.
Very good.
How you doing, Synesthetic? How's that start-up going?
Synesthetic. Engine is running.
Excellent. I just did a pass, but I wasn't quick enough to see whether the engine was running. That's good. So you want to set your trims as well. Don't forget, set your altimeter and if you do normally, and set your trims. Are you okay with what trims to set?
Sinister Six. I think I remember.
Okay, that's good. And once you've taken off, then you can adjust those trims afterwards. Depends on how long ago it was that you remembered setting them. It might be different to what you remember. Like the optimum might be different. Depends on where you got it. Did you get the trims from me or what? And don't forget to get armed in that extreme right hand bay to when you are there.
I think I got them from some tutorial.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll just let you know what I use and what I find works well for me. And that is your nose up, nose down trim. I set to neutral, right in the middle, no nose up or down. I think they suggest one division of nose down. And then the trim for your rudder, set the rudder trim fully right. That's what I use, and that works okay for me. I'll just go and say hello to Ghetto. In my usual way, Ghetto, I heard you say, but I couldn't work out what you said. I assumed that you were appreciating the flyby, but I don't know.
Ghetto's edits. I don't understand why that happens when you're in a split. But very nice, haha.
Now, if you're talking about the comms, it's me. I hear you speak, but it's just something. It's something about me. I hear it's sharp, it's clear, but for some, well, no, it's not clear. Obviously, for me, it's not clear for whatever reason. But it's sharp. It's not all muffled or anything. But I really struggle to understand. It's just a me thing. You have to like speak carefully and slowly for this old guy. That's it, synesthesia, just a bit further along. And you probably won't have to pull onto that tarmac bit, onto that concrete. About where
clear
you
for
are
takeoff.
now, you'll probably do it. Sorry, Lex, I was speaking. Could you repeat?
Clear for takeoff.
I believe so. I think Ghetto. Oh no, Ghetto might have stopped. Hold on. Looks clear, looks clear.
Thank you.
I think I might easily go through a couple of siders tonight. It's warm. Be aware, folks, there is at least one crater at the west end of the runway on 08. Just after you get onto the runway, there's at least one crater, roughly in the middle of the runway. Ghetto, how'd you fancy the BTRs at the east, to the east of the runway, of the airfield? I'm not sure, something just fell off. Were you carrying a bomb?
I do have a bomb.
I saw something fall down.
Sorry, I'm trying to look into the
Your mic is currently very clear. It's good.
Perfect. Thank you, sir.
Okay, I'll just kick the bee's nest. Oh, looks like you did too. Oh, I'm pushing out smoky oil. Oily smoke, I mean.
Smoke.
Probably RTB. Engine failing actually, might not make it.
Oh, they're still shooting you.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to make this.
Man, they want you dead.
Yeah, I'm giving it everything now, but the engine's dying, if not totally dead. I've got about 1500 RPM and dropping. I'm not that close to the runway. This really is what you call nursing it home, but I'm not going to make it. I'll belly flop as best I can hope.
Almost.
Yeah. I'll jump out. Jump out just in case someone wants to do search and rescue. Jump. Good to see you rolling in the spit there, Sinister Zig. Do you want to come in here to get ammo? I think if you can go alongside me or somewhere just past in front of me, you should be able to get ammo from that point. from about where you are now, you should be able to get armed. "49 radio check."
Copy.
Thank you. Whilst we're on the ground synesthetic, if you want to check out using your aircraft radio, we probably could set that up fairly quickly, assuming you have a mic.
Synesthetic. I do.
Okay, well, if you want to set up aircraft radio, hang on where you are and just let me know when you're ready to do that.
Synesthetic. Ready.
Okay, well, on my stream now, you'll be seeing voice chat. I'm on this menu here. Instead of Spitfire, I'm choosing voice chat, and you'll see that I'm using R.1 VoIP PTT, and I'm using that combination of keys. You will use whatever suits you. I don't know how you go and work that, whether you can just select a button or whether you have to have a combination, but that will be, you put your push to talk in there, and then you should be able to speak to us on 124 or any other channel that we're all on.
Synesthetic. What channel are you in?
Channel A. It's actually the second button down on your radio. You're controlling the spit nicely there, that's good. Synesthetic, do you copy on 124? Hang on, we got... I just realised we got 3 Spits. We're a little gaggle of Spitfires at the moment. I'm not sure who's who. Look at the map. Okay, so Ghetto's alongside me. I thought I was watching Synesthetic. I didn't realise you jumped in there, Ghetto, so that's nice. I'm assuming that you're already armed. You know that anyway.
I copy you, but my mic is not working.
Well, when you push your button, have you got your radio window up? Oh, sorry, hold on. I'm going to go on to stream, so this was not intended for general. Right. When you push if you got your radio mode up there, when you push to talk button, this box should turn red. When someone else is speaking, it turns green, and when you're awaiting some kind of transmission or whatever, it's yellow. So when nothing's happening, it's yellow. When it's green, someone's transmitting. When it's red, you are transmitting. Does it go red for you? If it doesn't go red, then your mic might be okay, but it's your push to talk button that's the issue, I'd say. You might have to set synesthetic. You might have to set your mic in your options. You might have to tell it which mic to use, because if you're pushing your button and it goes red, but I'm not hearing you, then that suggests that your mic needs to be set up in options. To do with audio, I'm not sure if you can do that whilst you're in, or whether you have to go out to do that. I can check that with Axel. Stand by. Axel, copy. When we set up our push to talk for the radio, if the correct mic isn't selected in options, can it be done whilst we're in the mission, or is that one of the things we have to go out for?
You cannot change your active mic when you're in game, when you're in server, no.
Okay, I don't know if you would have got that synesthetic, but you'd have to check the mic that you're using, but you'd have to leave the server to do that.
Copy.
That's what it sounds like to me. It sounds like your mic has got to be selected in options. Okay, Ghetto, I believe Synesthetic is going to go and sort his mic out. Got to set it in options, so he's got to leave the server for that. And he has left. He's left the server at the moment.
Copy.
Bullets.
Request rearming.
Copy.
Rearming complete.
Ghetto, be aware on the runway, after you've got onto the runway itself, there's at least one bomb crater somewhere near the middle of the runway, I think, not too far onto the runway, so just to be aware of that.
Thank you.
I don't know if you're receiving synesthetic, but I just kind of thought I'd move out your way so you can get to your rearm point.
Synesthetic. Copy.
That's Ghetto somewhere. I can hear a spit. There he is. We got a bit of rubber banding then, Ghetto. You suddenly, I thought you were going to crash. You sort of pulled to your right, and then all of a sudden you were up again to the left and weren't flying okay. So it was obviously a bit of a glitch. But I have noticed a poor frame rate. So maybe in the last update something is a bit untidy in the update, so it's not so frame efficient.
Oh man, now I've got something installing in the background, so yeah, I've probably got some lag going on. Yeah, I was watching a Warhawk flying around and he was doing some crazy maneuvers, like lagging around. It's definitely my end.
Okay, if you've got something downloading, that might explain it. Okay.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. That it probably looked like I was about to kill you. Gave me a good laugh there. I needed that.
Don't forget to get armed, synesthetic. No, that's what you're going to do now by the looks of it. I thought you were coming out, getting ready to taxi. But no, that's looking good. Well, yeah, that's looking good. If you can pull onto that last section of concrete, they will be happy to rearm you. Nice one, Ghetto. You're just loving that airplane, Ghetto, and it shows. It's good to see. Okay, for the sake of anyone watching my stream, I'm just hoping that we can link up radio-wise with Synesthetic now. He's set his Spitfire up to work on radio, but there might be an issue with his push-to-talk. With that Synesthetic there, oh sorry, that's also Ghetto has crept in. Didn't realise he'd landed, that was quick. Wait a minute, that's not Ghetto, it's Warhawk.
Yeah, like I said, I'm having a bit of a, I mean, it's fine on my end, I'm sure for you guys. It'll look like it from time to time, but Warhawk goes, yeah, I'm gonna do some crazy shit right now. Watch this. I'm watching him and he's just like phasing through space.
And it's Warhawk that's along. Welcome Warhawk, welcome to our little gaggle of Spitfires. Cinny, any joy with your push-to-talk on your aircraft radio? Well, I'm guessing not, so I'll move on. Warhawk and Synesthetic, just a reminder, there's a crater in the runway shortly after you get onto it.
Synesthetic. No, I think is something with the PTT.
Okay, Synesthetic, are you getting the red box up around RPTT? Have you got your radio mode window up? And if so, do you get a red box when you push your PTT?
I don't.
No, you've got the radio window up, but you don't get a red box. That suggests that it's not responding to your push to talk. I wonder if Lexor can help us on that in a minute. Not recognising your push to talk key, is it? That's what's happening. For now, I suppose it would be good just to be getting into the air to go.
Oh no, looks good, Warhawk, looks good. It's just funny on my end. Just funny timing.
Synesthetic. Got distracted and flipped the plane.
That is so easily done, Cine, don't worry. It's very easily done, but at least you're becoming more and more familiar with startup procedure, so that's good. If you're receiving, Warhawk, if you're receiving, I don't know if you can call that, but Synesthetic nosed over. He got distracted, so easily done in this bit. Put his brake on too hard and nosed over, so he's going to have to respawn, restart. So I'm thinking that he should be quick on the restart now because he's done it a few times now.
Whoa. All good. I may form up here with Ghetto while we wait.
Yeah, copy. Synesthetic hasn't respawned yet.
Just a quick radio check, Bill. Are you responding to people over radio in response to your stream chat, or are you hearing radio transmissions that I'm not?
Oh, my apologies. I am occasionally, because I'm flipping between the two, so I will occasionally be accidentally pushing, talking generally instead of just to my stream. I've been speaking to Synesthetic, who can hear me, but he can't transmit. He's got an issue there. It's not bringing up the red box when he transmits, but I think he has got a key mapped to it, so possibly call on yourself, maybe.
The only thing I'd say was, if he can hear you via in-game radio, then that means the in-game radio is at least on, so you can hear. Otherwise, I'd have said just to check that, make sure a radio is turned on and tuned to the correct frequency, but that's about as much as I would know currently.
Yeah, well, the thing is, even if he's on a wrong frequency, when he uses push to talk, he should still get the red box up, shouldn't he? But he's not getting the red box. He's not recognising his push to talk for whatever reason.
Yeah, but if the radio's not on, it won't.
I think it's on in as much all we've got to do to turn it on is to choose a channel, and he wouldn't be on, well, unless he's forgotten to do it, he would be on channel A. I'll just check them on my stream. Synesthetic, are you on your radio? Have you remembered to re-click button A, channel A on your radio? Oh, if he's still there, he's just spawned in. That looks good.
Synesthetic. Yes. I can hear you, but PTT not responding.
Yeah, so you're on the right channel, but PTT is not responding. What about trying, is there a possibility of trying a different PTT button? Choose a different button. And did you select your mic on options? I assume you did. Warhawk, have you got the Echo 19 and Echo engine sound for the spit yet?
Watch. I don't. I live vicariously through yours.
It's worth putting it on. I mean, if ever you fly the spit, it's always worth using the Echo 19 spit sound. You do have to redo it each time. It's only dropping a folder. Each time we get an update from DCS, you do have to re-drop that folder into the right place. But I think the engine sound is so much better. Nice to fly past, chaps. Okay, I'm seeing that Synesthetic is probably just getting armed now before he takes off. He's respawned, having nosed. I imagine he's getting armed. By the way, Synesthetic, if you're asked to be armed but nothing much is happening, it means you've got to move a bit further onto that last strip of concrete, so they get your message. Here they come. Come on, boys, give it some.
Synesthetic. It worked where I am.
Beautiful. Oh, it did work. That's good. That's good. lovely flybys. Okay, I'm observing synesthetic at the moment, but I'm going to now jump back into my aircraft. Don't know if you guys up there saw, but there is a crater on the runway. So hopefully, if you didn't see it, you're just lucky not to hit it. I guess that's good. Oh, beautiful.
Once your foot.
Copy.
Coming in, just lost an engine. From the west short front.
I'll copy that. I'll move. I'm in the middle of the runway, but I'll move to the north edge. Bear in mind that at the beginning of the runway there is a bomb crater.
Doing a go around.
You say go round?
Yeah, I'm not quite sure why. I was getting all sorts of alarms. I thought my gear had gone down, but then it decided.
Okay. Synesthetic, if you hold at that point, because Lexor's coming in with damage, he's had to go round, so he'll be coming back on 08. Coming in soon.
Synesthetic. Yes. Heard it.
Jolly good, jolly good. Be great when we get your
Not entirely
regulator
sure I'm going to make it back, so
What about if you come in from on 26? I've lost Laxor, did he go down? Okay, I'm not seeing Laxor. I think he must have gone down, or I'm not seeing anything for him. So we, synesthetic, we might as well get ready to go. I can't see that crater at the moment, but it can't be far from me. Oh, now I see it. Be careful, synesthetic. Go to your right a bit. Right. It's pretty much in front. Okay, go left, straighten up. Okay, we're clear of the crater, so I think we're good to go. 49 and synesthetic taking off 08. Okay. Roll with. Turning off to the right. Oh, I think I found synesthetic. Be careful in that area, synesthetic. If you go too far south, there are hostiles that will have a go at you. You better make a turn to the north.
Synesthetic. I guess I think we'll go taking off.
Absolutely. If you were airborne and you were flying, you'd taken off. Who's that on my right? That's got to be. That's Warhawk. That's Okay, shall we head out together and go for those BTRs that are to the east of the airfield? Making a slight turn to the right. Tally ho. Five down, 2 to go. I don't know where that last one went, unless it's that thing by the road. I'll give it a shot. Yes, it was. Good show, chaps. Mission accomplished. RTV. Well, I am anyway, because I'm running out of. I've run out of ammo pretty much, and I'll be running out of fuel soon. Well, no, I rearmed and refueled, didn't I? So I'm good. But I'll still RTV. We'll go round and come in on 08. Four 9 turning final 08. Bit high though. Nice flyby. Pulling onto grass to rearm. Bullets.
Mazda, Ford 6, request takeoff.
I don't request takeoff. Bullets.
Request refueling. Request rearming. Copy.
Synesthetic. Have you
Refueling complete.
tried landing recently?
Sinister sick. That will be a thing.
Rearming complete.
Yeah. Well, we hope it'll be a good thing. Who's that? Who's that got a wing buried in? Oh, they're gone. Warhawk's taking a JF-17. Not that I know what that is. I'm just reading it. That was a lovely pass since DCS. Right, I think my next task is go and crack another can and keep my throat wet. So I'll be AFK for a little while and not long, and I'll be back. Good evening, everybody. I'm just getting back into my seat. Just bought myself a drink stand. Okay, I'll take off. Synesthetic, if you're staying on the spit, I'll come up and join you. I'm about to take off. Once I've set my trims.
Synesthetic. Copy.
Just setting trims and I'll be there. Make sure the runway's clear. Okay, 49 Spitfire for takeoff on 08. Just as a reminder, synesthetic, in case you haven't already, you need to pull your RPM back to 2,700 and ideally bring your boost back to about 7. Wing waggle in acknowledgement, okay, thank you.
At Black Knight 344. I think it's 2 notches nose down rags for local.
Well, I think, no, Black Knight, hello, thanks for joining us. No, as I understand it, it's usually 1 notch down on the nose down. But I find that it actually works. I'm happier in it for it to be at level, to be at neutral. It works fine for me for the nose down to be at neutral. So I would suggest anyone try that. I mean, or just follow what they say and grab a full right trim. So I take off with nose down trim, neutral, and then when I get airborne, I bring it to 1 division of nose up, and then put my rudder trim back so that the double D are roughly at the 12 o'clock mark. Anesthetic, if you want, we can go and have a go at some 109s down at a place that we can never remember the name of. Southwest. Copy that. Follow. The name of the place we're going to is Ekat, so we just call it Ekat. There will be two 109s, and en route there will be ground units trying to hit us. Black Knight, yes, rather full right trim to call counteract tour, yeah. Once we're up, I'll put the rudder back to the rudder trim back to where the double D's are at the in my stream. Double D's at the 12 o'clock mark, roughly. Synesthetic, if you sort of come closer to the river, you're less likely to encounter ground units. Because not all the ground units there are marked.
344. My apologies.
Oh, that's fine. It's good to have the input, Black Knight. Good to have the input. Thank you. I'm aware that I don't do it as they tend to suggest. Not quite sure when or how I end up trying it at neutral, the elevator or the nose down trim at neutral, but when I did, I found that for me it worked better. I'm more comfortable with it. Okay, two 109s at roughly about 12.
Have you ever tried pizza dinner?
I haven't, no. Okay, we're looking for. I see two bandits at my 1 o'clock.
Looks like I didn't read off.
Oh no! I'm hoping I did. Are you completely out of ammo, or does it just mean that you're low? So I'm seeing two 109s now, pretty much at my 12 o'clock.
Sinister 6. I'm out.
Oh no! But if you want to go back, I'll accompany you back so you can get armed. Because otherwise you're just going to be decoying this, aren't you? I'm on my way back with you. I won't engage.
I'm not TV.
Yeah, copy that.
Sinister 6. I'll have to go in a few.
Okay, does that mean you won't be getting airborne again?
Sinister 6. Crashed for typing in the chat. LOL.
I bet Spitfire pilots in World War II didn't have that problem. Okay, well I'll go back to the 109s then. Okay, I've got eyes on the 109s, they're just here.
Sinister Sea. I'll stay in the stream for a while though.
Okay, that's good. Well, it looks like we're going head on.
Black Knight 344. Oh no worries, totally get the personal takeoff config.
Yeah, it's worth trying to find something that suits yourself, isn't it? Cool, I got a freeze then. That wasn't a good time to have a freeze.
At Black Knight 344. Totally.
frustrating really. There's the other one. I'll probably not get enough ammo now to deal with this one. Nearly out of ammo. Ammo dead.
At Black Knight 344. Scratch one bandit.
I'll definitely splash the other one. This one will probably go down, but I probably won't get any credit for it. He'll just land in the field and disappear. And really I just got to make sure he doesn't get behind me now, because although he's damaged, he's flying and he's probably still got ammo. I'm really just tailing him so he can't tail me. Because if I move off, he might somehow make a go for me. I'm just hoping that his engine will burn out. I've got enough damage on him, but, well, not quite enough damage, obviously. hear his engine a bit earlier on. Hear it better now that I've opened the can, but I don't want to get close enough.
Sinister Six. His engine is going to cook.
Well, hopefully, yeah. As I say, I still might not get credited because he might put down in the field and then just disappear and then I won't get the kill. The other one, I got the credit for it, got the kill for it. He's quite damaged, but he's still got a lot of control. Well, he's run out of something. That steam has stopped, so I guess he's got no water. He must boil up now. Or rather, must burn up.
344. Yeah.
He's no longer venting. It must be that he's no longer got water, in which case his engine must fry. His engine's fried, that's it. His engine's quit. But will I get the kill? Will it credit me?
Sinister Six. If he crashes, you will get a typhoon.
Well, he's down, he's immobile, but it didn't flash up as a kill. Stats. And it still only shows that I got one aircraft down the bottom there. So maybe the pilot has to die. I can't, I've got no ammo left. That's why I was tailing him. Stats. I was tailing him so that he couldn't tail me because I've got no ammo to fight with. He's not on the map, but there are two other. Oh, it might be. Hang on. No, he's not on the map, but there are two other 109s up there, so I need to avoid them. Went fast and low for that. RTB. But it was successful in as much as although I didn't get credited for 2 kills, I got those 2 109s out of the way and another 2 spawned in their place. Cool and thumbs up, yeah. So RTB, what's the time? Oh, it's 2. In theory, when I get back to base, in theory, I will be stopping there, but I'll see what Maxwell's up to. We normally try to finish at 2:30 because we go on for so long sometimes. No, it's not a long time because we start late. But that means that sometimes we quit at 3 o'clock. I know I'm not going to, that's 3 a.m. I know I'm not going to turn in till at least 4. So try to behave ourselves a little bit. On RTB.
Right. How long are you going?
Yeah, you just beat me to it. I was going to ask you that. What are you thinking?
Don't know. I could grab the seesaw and then head in. I didn't know what you were planning on doing.
Well, if you grab the seesaw, I guess I could land on my arm and perhaps support that. And then when you've done that, we can finish whatever the time is.
Oh, I'm on pickup at the moment, so this would be my return leg. But I mean, depends what you want to do.
Okay. Well, I've got no ammo. I've just got the 2 109s down at Eccat. I didn't get credited for the second one, but I got him down. But before he went down, I was out of ammo, So I had to stay on his tail so he couldn't get on mine, because he obviously still had ammo because he hadn't really engaged, and I didn't. I had no ammo, but then he eventually went down. So now I've took him.
And it didn't generate an additional CSAR, so there's nothing for me to pick up on that. So I could head back now with what I've got and we could call it there, or whatever it is that you want to do.
Well, I wasn't going to go too late. Shall we say 3 o'clock latest?
Yeah.
I don't know if the last update from DCS needs tidying up or something, but I've noticed that the frame rate hasn't been very good since that update.
I've not been affected personally.
Mine has been sort of down in the 20s, and earlier on it sort of dropped down to about 17, so